Hi there. So I am live here tonight. And it looks like we got it slightly wrong. So let's read what Vinegar Syndrome announced after I made my Twitter and Instagram videos talking about doing the live announcement tonight. Okay. So this is what's actually going to happen. Well, they showed the box set, the artwork for the 3D artwork actually for Tammy the T-Rex, which you can actually look at and look if you got a phone or a tablet, you can actually see it in 3D interactively on your phone. But that being said, it looks like they're not going to make announcements tonight. They're going to do what they did in previous years and let you know that Tammy the T-Rex is part of the package and put it up for pre-order, but they'll also let you pre-order the other package, sight unseen. And got to think about that for a second, because basically it says right here, regarding this evening's early pre-order for Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday titles, there'll be two options for pre-order tonight. You can either order just Tammy the T-Rex on its own, or Tammy the Trilogy box set. Now they said Trilogy box set, and the two additional secret Black Friday titles. Now, this is what they say. There's a good reason why we will not officially announce the Trilogy box set tonight. We're not doing it to annoy people, I promise. That said, when the flash pre-order goes live, it should be fairly obvious what the Trilogy box set is. Hey there. The box set will be included in the yearly and halfway subscriptions. So I'm guessing that although they're not going to say what it is, there's probably going to be a name to the pre-order that might give something away, because it is kind of vague here. The box set will include the yearly and halfway packet subscription. There'll be two additional VSA titles released during the Black Friday sale. It's on the website now, so it's going to be VSA titles. Will be two. There's going to be two new VSA titles. So let's go look on the website and see what I can find. I don't think it's going to be announced what it is right now, but they did say that it's going to be pretty obvious what it is. More on that below. Okay, so we said there's the 3 film set. Let's see what they're saying here. We're going to leave this one somewhat of a mystery for the moment, but this extraordinary trilogy of films is one we've been excited to bring together for a long time. The first one is a cross between a seedy, urban sort of slasher and an after-school special. If only all after-school specials were set in sleazy Hollywood and involved serial killers. I know what this is. The second is an over-the-top 80s action film, and the third is an everything but the kitchen sink styled trash fest loaded with just about every exploitation trope imaginable. So yeah, somebody was right, and somebody's going to be extremely happy. Student by day, hooker by night. That is, as far as I can see, as far as I'm concerned, that is 110% definitely the Angel trilogy. Now, some people say there's actually 4 Angel films, so that would take it out of contention, right? That's kind of what some people would say. However, according to the people that made Angel, and the first 3 films are actually considered a trilogy, and the 4th film is almost like a tagged on kind of a cash grab. It's never been considered one of the actual official canon of the films, although I do like it. And Ken Shriner's in the 4th one. So I had planned to come on here earlier. Mug, your dream is coming true. One title is 2 slipcovers. I missed out on that one. So Kathy, Danny, Mug, Iceman, Shadow. I expected not to be able to announce or respond to anything tonight. I can't pre-order it tonight, unfortunately, because I can't afford to pre-order tonight. But it is something I'm extremely excited about, and extremely excited about. The Angel series is one that I remember from my youth, and unlike for people that that don't order Vinegar Syndrome a lot, or think of Vinegar Syndrome with a certain specific type of title, let me kind of like help clear up your thing. Angel is actually a fairly good quality film. This isn't one of the kind of like the it's exploitation film, but it's not an exploitation film in the sense of what you would expect. The first Angel film specifically deals with not just the character of Angel, but this whole like she's raising herself. She's going to she's going to high school. She's a prostitute, and basically because she's raising herself. But that's not exactly true. She's not exactly raising herself. She has this kind of like eclectic family for around her, like this amazing like group of really kind of different and unique like people, like Hollywood people that are around. Like it's extremely well done. They have some amazing actors in the Angel series, especially in the first one. The first one has some incredible acting and some incredible characters, and that means a lot to me. Hey, Indy. So it's Angel, huh? That means a lot to me. Angel is one of those film series that should have been picked up by Scream, by Arrow, long ago. It's of it's of that higher quality, especially the original. Now I know, Kathy, you're a little unconvinced about the Angel series, but I think it could win you over. It's definitely a good one, Shadow. Have you ever seen the Angel films before? Now, the first film, basically, we're introduced to the character. We're introduced to this really kind of unique family that that work around her as well. And just to kind of give you an idea, the first you're right, Jerry. It did have a Blu-ray release overseas, but unfortunately not here. Hey, Cat Lover, welcome, dude. There's some really cool films. Now I'm gonna bring up. So if I don't see your messages for a second, I'm just going on to IMDb because I want to get the names up here for Angel. It's not Angel Heart. I hate when there's so many Angel movies here. It's early 80s, so let's go here. $1984, right? So we're looking at a film that has Donna Wilkes as Angel. She's been in like a ton of stuff. We got Susan Terrell, Rory Calhoun, incredible Western actor, Dick Shawn, Cliff Gorman, John Deal, just amazing cast with this film. If you've never seen the Angel films, extremely well done and well cast. The first one stars Donna Wilkes, and she's been in a lot of films. Trust me, if you IMDb Donna Wilkes' filmography, you're going to see some movies that you've probably seen and that you do probably know. Now, the second movie was called Avenging Angel, and it stars Betsy Russell, who is famous for being able to take over these type of roles. And again, we got Rory Calhoun back in here. Susan Tyrrell is back. Ossie Davis, fantastic actor, is in it. Just some incredible people in that one. And Angel 3 is the final chapter. And I don't think they got Betsy Russell back for that one. No, Mitzi Capture did the third one. and Maud Adams. Oh, okay, then I'm happy because the third one is the one with Ken Schreiner, and I'm a huge Ken Schreiner fan. Uh, he's one of those guys that I think is really underrated. Richard Roundtree, like Anna Navarro's in this. Fly Levine. If Fly Levine's name doesn't ring familiar, you'd know him as soon as you saw him. It's one of those guys. He plays like police officers a lot. He plays like a lot of different cops, and I guess he's known for things like Death Wish, movies like that. But you're looking at one of the highest quality releases that of a box set that Vinegar Syndrome has put out, in my opinion. Howling 4 to 7, maybe next time. The Amityville one is a better set, I'll be honest with you, than the Howling one. But I would buy the Howling one second. I'm a huge Werewolf fan, Danny. Yeah, it is. Hey, George. It has been like a while coming for the Angel series. And for people that don't know the films, they are, the first one is a thriller, the other two are kind of thriller action pictures. They do lean more into the action, especially in the third one. But you got like some great people in the role of Angel. She's recast every time. Donna Wilkes does just incredible work. Trust me, you've seen Donna Wilkes, guys. Just look her up. Of course, everybody knows who Betsy Russell is. From Cheerleader Camp and movies like that. Private School, and Mitzi Capture. She is. You're ready for the werewolf one, Kathy? Well, here's the thing, and this is the key to it all, guys. Vinegar Syndrome's future box sets are going to depend on how many of us buy these box sets. That's the truth of the matter. What sells comes back, and I think this is going to be like a good one for them. I'm actually really excited. They didn't out and out say what it is, but I do like the fact that they didn't leave us blind like they have in previous years, where where you hoped you guessed it. Now this is the biggest hint that they can give. There's nothing else that fits that criteria. It's the Angel trilogy, and I am happy for that. I know that a lot of people thought it was going to be Vice Academy, but a Vice Academy. Oh, Tracy, Vinegar Syndrome just made their open up their Black Friday pre-order. It's open up for 2 days, I think. So they didn't say for sure what the box set was, but they did say what the box set was. The clue was obvious. It's the Angel trilogy that's coming out. No, I won't include the fourth. Rich, the fourth has never been. It's one that's never really been considered. Although I consider it part of the series, it's never really been considered part of the series, and there's a reason for that actually. But I don't know the whole gist of it right now. I think it was made by a different company or kind of done independently, done differently. So people were never really big on it. I think Angel 4 is when where all of a sudden she's got a sister, and she's got to save her sister, and it goes kind of. I think that's the fourth one. I get the third one and the fourth one confused, but it is. I mean, I never expected them. Mug joked about Angel, and I took it as that pretty much, but maybe Mug had an inside source here. Danny, I gotta say that it is pretty cool. I can't afford the yearly package. My name on Twitter is Mr. Vincent, and I still can't afford the yearly package. I go on a monthly basis, but obviously if you look behind me and see all the Vinegar Syndromes that are there. Well, Kathy, for you, you've wanted the Phantasm Spear since you heard it was announced. And I'm gonna guess it's kind of limited too. And I'm not the person to talk you out of Vinegar Syndrome ever. But you don't have any of the Phantasm stuff, and you've really been looking forward to it. So if that's what you're looking forward to, and you already know you like the films and you really want the set, stick to your guns. definitely, it's definitely something to think about. But if you don't get, put it to you this way, you, if you don't get the Phantasm set and you miss out on it, and you know what it is, are you going to feel worse not having that, or are you going to feel worse not having the Angel set, which is still kind of an unknown entity? I mean, like, if it was great times and we could all afford everything, that'd be fantastic. But but when you can when you're looking at your dollar, and I know exactly what that's been me, especially recently, looking at your dollar and seeing exactly what it is you can get and what you can go for. That's the important. That's the thing to be looking towards. What is most going to make you happy? Having no self control. The pre-order for I'm not sure the pre-order for I know the pre-order for oh there we go 10/22 and pre-order date is up in the air still. Maybe you may have a chance to get both then if they come out in different times. November is going to be the release for that set, and I am hoping that for people that can't afford to to buy it at this particular moment are will still be able to buy it when it comes to. I don't think so. I think normally, now I don't want to say for sure, but hopefully if I'm correct, that there's usually some left when the sale starts. There is usually like a certain amount left when the sale starts. It would be pretty crappy if they did a pre-order and nobody. Nice Movie Madness, and nobody was able to get it during the during when the actual physical Black Friday sale hits. That's the thing. Yeah, we don't know how limited it is yet. I would say for the Angel set, I'd say around 3 to 4,000 is what we should be looking at for their box sets. I have a feeling their box sets are going to stay kind of like in the 3 to 4,000 range. It's going to be like incredible. Let's see what they say here now. So like as it's listed right now, I'm just going to update it. There still should be like over 500 left in stock right now, and they should have some available. I'd just say if you can't afford to grab the pre-sale right now, because they will charge you up front, you got to know that like ahead of the game. Then just be ready when it goes when the Black Friday sale goes live in November. That's when we're going to be. So the Black Friday sale is officially slated as November the 29th to December the 2nd. There are 2 secret Black Friday titles. Those we don't know what they are. I have no idea. I know that there's also 2 VSA titles. Now, the VSA titles, as far as I can tell, that's not the 2 secret titles in the package. The VSA titles are kind of their own entities. This here Black Friday bundle with the 2 secret titles and the Angel trilogy box set and Tammy and the T-Rex, that's what any subscriber for Vinegar Syndrome, and by this yearly subscription, will get. Now, just know if you are a yearly subscriber, the VSA titles are not included into the subscription, into the monthly package. Those are ones that they recently did out, and they weren't sure how they were going to space them or when they're going to put them out. They're kind of their own entity that fall outside of the range of your yearly subscription. So even if you've got a half year or year-long Vinegar Syndrome subscription, please note that the VSA titles are not included with those. But if you do have a subscription, you will get 50% off the VSA titles when they come in the store on Black Friday. Hopefully that helps out. I know when they were initially announced and when people started talking about them, some people, hey Milwaukee, some people just your comments aren't coming up here, so I got to look down here. So I do apologize. I missed out on a lot of comments here, but I will try to get everything in. For some reason, they're not popping up on my screen. They're just popping up down here. And when they do pop up, they're kind of like faded. So I can see a few people are going to get the Angel set. Oh, I know what the trilogy set's going to be. It's the Angel series. Angel, Avenging Angel, and Angel 3. It's the Donna Wilkes, the Betsy Russell, and the Mitzi Capture Angel trilogy. Yes, there is a fourth film, but it was never an official in the Angel series. So it'll be the Angel trilogy. And it'll be magnificent. I remember back in the day having the Angel movies, the first two anyway, on VHS. I think the third one I only rented from like from a store, and the fourth one I was like bowled me over because I didn't know it existed for a while, and just kind of came upon it one day in like in one of those corner stores. You know, when you go to the back when corner stores were renting VHS, and then you'd go to like this like small place. How do I know it's going to be the Angel trilogy? Oh, Jerry, on the official hint, it says the first plays like a cross between a seedy slasher and no, not the S word. Seedy urban sort of slasher and an after-school special. If only after-school specials were set in sleazy Hollywood and involved serial killers. Serial killer played by John Deal, by the way, from Miami Vice. The second is an over-the-top 80s action film, and the third is an everything but the kitchen sink style trash fest loaded with just about every exploitation trope you can think of. That is a perfect description of the Angel series. There's literally nothing else that fits into that. I do think that maybe in December we may get, or January. Hey Logan, so Angel, it's the Angel trilogy. What do you think? Did you really? I've heard like not great stuff on 3 from Hell, but I'm glad to hear somebody enjoyed it. So because I do want to see it, because I do like the other Firefly films. Actually, big fan, especially of Devil's Rejects. Love that film. So Logan, are you going to get it? Are you going to get the Angel ones? I'm not going to pre-order right now. I'm going to wait till Black Friday and roll the dice there. I'm going to be like right up waiting to get it. But it's something that I need for my collection. I can't... It is. I mean, Angel has been a long time coming. Not a problem, man. I was... Honestly, Jerry, when they said they weren't going to officially announce it, I was kind of nervous and kind of bummed because I had already made an announcement on Twitter and Instagram that I was going to be here for this. Have I seen Wait Until Dark with? You mean the movie with Audrey Hepburn? Where she's blind and she has like the doll. Fantastic film. Excellent film. I remember there's a sequence in the film where she's like smashing the lights and all that stuff. Really, really good. I'll talk about don't worry, I haven't forgot the Warner Archives titles that were announced today. 3 amazing titles that I'm really stoked about and that I'm excited to talk about as well. And I will talk about those because Warner Archives like hit it out of the park with these 3 titles. And From Beyond the Grave finally gets Blu-ray, Logan. That I'm very excited about. I'm a huge fan of Amicus. You guys know that. I defended and debated myself, Hammer and Amicus. I did that like with the first year that I came here in North Sydney. Jesse, it looks amazing. It is indie. That's the problem. It's always been the problem. I usually go. There's a import CDs and another place that sell them in Canada, and you still had to pay a bit of a markup on them, but they usually are pretty decently priced. They've got like a store like in the Amazon shop, and they're on eBay as well. They're in Ontario, and I bought them from them a bit, especially for this type of release, And hopefully I'm not going to have to do that. I don't mind if I have to do it, but hopefully those are ones that I'll, like, if I lived in Ontario, I'd see them in stores. Fearless Vampire Killers is an excellent fun film. I didn't like it the first time I saw it though, because I went in expecting something else, right? And I really shouldn't have. Like Freddie Main is really great in Fearless Vampire Killers. Obviously, does an incredible job, and of course the third one. So waiting for Near Dark, but I would love that. I love that film. It's one of my favorite vampire films. But and the third film, of course, is a movie that scared. How much is the package for like here in Canada? Well, for us here in Canada, I'll just look it up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to you from U.S. prices to Canadian prices. So 152.32 is how much the package costs for Vinegar Syndrome costs for Canadian prices. And for a 3-film box set, what looks to be loaded, like lenticular covered, Taming the T-Rex, and 2 complete unknowns, not a bad deal. Yeah, it does. It has that kind of like nice, subtle humor to it. That's extremely well done. It's extremely well done. Okay, he did. And of course, the third one is the one that scared me the most when I was a kid. I was asked recently what movie scared me first. What was one of the first horror movies I saw that actually scared me? And that is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. It's a film. It was a TV film starring Kim Darby. Never heard the Angel films? I'll explain to you now in a minute there, Dave. And it scared me. I mean, I was up by myself. I was watching TV late at night at the CBC, and they showed Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, and it ticked all those boxes for me. Alone, nobody believes you, isolationist, little creatures. It freaked me out. So Dave, the Angel series is a series of films that were done like 80s to 90s, and basically the first one stars Donna Wilkes, and who you've seen in a lot. Trust me, look her up. So she plays a character by the name of Angel. She has no parents. She's got no family. She's living on her own in Hollywood. She goes to high school in the day. She's like this studious, like this really kind of like button down student. And by night, in order to survive, she's a prostitute. Now she has a family of kind of misfits, people living in Hollywood in the building that she's in, and kind of like really unique, different characters that are all around her. Life gets dangerous for Angel when all of a sudden there's a serial killer that's out there killing prostitutes. And eventually those two worlds are going to collide. That's Angel. It is a drama and a thriller and a character study, and it's a really, really good film. No, they just read down in the description of the clue. It gives it away. The second one is a kind of more of an adventure type of film, an action film, a bit more gritty. It's got Betsy Russell taking over the role of Angel. All the cast of characters come back. But in the third one, it gets a bit farther away. Angel's grown up now. She's played by Mitzi Kapture. And there's a different cast, and it gets more crazier, but still but in a really kind of fun way. The first one's definitely the most serious, the best known and the most beloved film of the series. But Avenging Angel is a great film, a lot of fun, and Part 3 is a really fun film as well. So it's a solid trilogy, and in my opinion, it's definitely one that belongs in the collection. It's a definite for me. It's like if somebody asked me what is one of the things that I want to see come out on Blu-ray, what is one of the things that I want in my collection, the Angel trilogy is high up on that list, right up there with movies like Faded Black and films like that. So it gets pretty high steam for me, to be completely honest. That's the hardest thing. Actually, talking about that recently. Over the last year, as you guys know, it's been harder for me when it comes to prioritizing like movies with finances and stuff. But I am like you, Anthony. I do. I spend days, sometimes weeks, and in the case of when the Vinegar Cinema had their halfway to Black Friday sale, so happy 32nd anniversary Hellraiser. Well, okay. Is this? Oh my God. Is Hellraiser 32 years old? It can't be. Am I that old? Is Hellraiser 32 years old for real? Uh, oh my God, it probably is. Dude, thanks. I didn't even think about that. 87. Wow. I wish I was 32 years old. I'll take being 32 years old again. That'll that'll be that'll be cool. I'll I'll buy that one. But Anthony, so what I do is much like you. Uh, I can't. I've moved several times, and each time, Logan, I've had to do it. I've had to sell off 2/3 of my collection, or thirds. But when I decided to get into this time, when I decided this is what I was going to do, this was the thing I was going to collect. Now it's different for you. You're younger. You have kids. Uh, that's young kids. Uh, for me, if I make a move and it's a big one like that, this has been amassed over the last 9 years. It's something that me and my better half kind of like did together, and it's almost part of us. Now that being said, if something happened, if there was like an emergency, all movies go because like I said before, priority, priority, priority. But if it's just moving, then we're already working on getting things like moved for us. They do, and rightfully so, because the little kids are amazing. Uh, and my kids, when they become big, they're still super amazing. I was talking to my kids tonight actually, uh, which is really nice every time I get to speak with them. It's one of the most amazing times ever for collecting. As much as people would like you to think that physical media collecting is like dwindled down, or it's lessened, or like streaming has killed off everything. Um, Streaming has taken the casuals and put them where the casual were. They were buying the mainstream stuff. They were grabbing things here and there. You're going to Walmart and getting seeing stuff like that. Um, it's not so much that it's not that there's less product out there right now. It's that there's less product in a physical storefront right now because the way we shop has changed. The way that we do things has changed, and collecting film, collecting cinema, has changed extremely, the nth degree. There's actually more choices out there for me now than there was like 3 or 4 years ago. Vinegar Syndrome, guys, is only in sixth year right now. Um, they're actually still like a fairly new company. A lot of these companies are. When I first starting out collecting, like even like 9 or 10 years ago, when I first started collecting again, it was easy for me to choose. There was no Scream Factory. Um, you know, it was like Blue Underground, and Shout Factory had Roger Corman releases. So and that and I would wait for like different releases to come out, but there was no like boutique labels, like I guess Criterion, but not for genre, not for yeah exactly. Even Arrow, especially in its newest iteration, there was no like big genre labels for me to collect, and that's changed. Uh, there was Arrow, and then Shout made Scream Factory, which was fantastic. Synapse was there, but they were you knew them, but they weren't exactly like a bigger label. Like they've gone all in now. Then Severin, who's upped their game 10,000% in the last 2 years. Same with Blue Underground, who looked like they were almost going under really. They just weren't bringing out anything, and all of a sudden they come out with these lenticular collector's editions and stuff like that. Just amazing stuff. Mon Macabre is finally getting a foothold and getting a name. Kino has upped their stuff. I don't know actually, Kathy. To be honest with you, I'm guessing Severin will probably now that this is announced. Severin will make their announcement fairly soon. But I'll be honest with you. I'll be completely honest. I can't think of anything that could beat this at this point. That Severin can put out. I know the type of stuff Severin is going to be putting out. We all do actually, if you really think of it. There's been some kind of stuff like hinted at, and if you bought any Severin releases, there was a couple of them had like little Severin catalogs in it showing titles that were coming out in the future. Dracula vs. Frankenstein. There's some Al Adamson documentary coming out, stuff like that. Things that I want, but as far as like, I'm not sure what they're going to come out with limited edition wise. The last 2 years they've done it. They've done limited editions for the last two Black Friday sales, and I'm assuming, like I'm just going on assumption based on the last 2 years, that Severin will have a Black Friday sale, and they will have a limited edition, and they will have a bundle package like they do every year. Hopefully, this year, their Black Friday sale that they're having is the movie's ready to go for sale. The only issue what we've had with the Black Friday Severin packages, and they've been amazing, has been the wait time on them. If you remember, it has. Like, this is incredible, Dave. It's like September, October, and now November. What a lineup of films from Vinegar Syndrome. And this is a company like, and well, in all honesty, back in the day, they were known for exploitation films, and they're the films that did good releases of adult films. And they put out some really kind of cool, crazy stuff along the way. But now they're really getting some coups. They're really getting some films that I'm sure a lot of companies would want to be releasing. Wouldn't have bet, Cliff from Scream Factory would have loved to put out the Angel series. Any company would have loved to put out an uncut Tammy and the T-Rex. It's one of those films. It's cheesy and as bad as it is. It's you're looking at Denise Richards, Paul Walker, a very young Paul Walker, Terry Kaiser, who's always good. Bernie, in movies. But I gotta say, it's been an incredible year. It's been a hard year in my wallet, though. That's the thing. Now, next Monday, because today's the what? Date, the 19th. In 4 days, I head back to work. I'll be doing like a 9 to 6 shift for the first week, and probably the second week as well. Then it's going to go a little bit more erratic, but no shifts later than 8 p.m. And obviously, this weekend sometime, I'm hoping to do up my list for October. Oh, well, happy birthday, or happy early birthday, anyway. Hope you got a good birthday lineup. It's going to stay fairly similar. I won't be able to do any earlier day ones. The Mexican film that announced the skeleton of Mrs. Morales. I don't know that one actually, but it'll definitely be after 8 p.m. because it'll be probably a little bit later, maybe around 10ish, like that type of thing, or a little bit later than that in the evening. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have to like work and like watch the movie, make the video. So it's going to be very fresh in my mind when I make it. That's the thing. Sometimes I'm going to try and watch like if it's a day that gets really busy and I don't get to make a video, I'll make an extra long video with 2 movies the next day type thing. I'll double feature it up. But I'm going to try to do it. Hey, reality. I'm going to do it for. I'm going to try and do it for like every day that I possibly can. Anyway, but either way, there will be 31 films at the very least, maybe more, that I'll be talking about and with you guys live here on the channel. That's going to be one of the big things that that I'll be doing here in the near future. As you can see, I'm wearing a coat down here because it's cold down here tonight. It's winter, and we're trying to keep the heat off for as long as possible. Did I watch Friday 13th films last Friday? I watched a couple actually. I'm looking at around 10 p.m. right now. My time. I will let you guys know. Like if you're on my Instagram, it's charmed007. I do normally put like out a video ahead of time to let you guys know when I'm gonna make a video. Mexican horror cinema. I love Mexican films. That's the same feel as an English Gothic. Curse of the Weeping Woman. Wow, yeah. There are some really good ones, and a lot of them like do have that kind of like universal aesthetic to them. You know what I mean? You do know what I mean. You just said that. That kind of feel. Even some of the ones that have like. So which one you mean like with the Joe Spinell film? That's one of my favorite like Vinegar syndromes that I got actually. So you're lucky it's been warm there. Here, man, I woke up today and it was freezing. Yeah, until we have to, we're going to keep the heat down as much as possible. Oh, you're from Mexico? Hey. One of our actually best friends is actually that I met through my better half. Like, great guy. He's actually, that's where he's from. And they get to go there every once in a while. Well, Dante Dead is being released by Second Sight in the UK. I don't know of any release coming out here in North America as of yet, but I would look into the Second Sight release. It is coming out next year. So we'll both be home from work then, say. That'll be the good thing. Hopefully where it is kind of like an in-between time, it's going to be a time when everybody can kind of like come in. That's the thing. It does get harder. I mean, like Movie Madness, I completely understand it, because you know, guys like me, you and me, where you know it costs to keep things up, from like you know buying movies to buying these things which keep you know failing, to having iPads that lunge at your face or just lunge on the floor. If you saw my video last night. Top 3 Halloween films. I'm not going to include the first one because that would be obvious, but I'll give you my top 3 sequels. How's that? And that is 3, 4. I want to say 5, but you know what? I'm going to put the 2018 one in there. 2. See, here's the thing. For me, 1 and 2, they go together. Whenever anybody asks me to give me like the top 3, because that's like if you don't include 2, okay, 2, 3, and 4. That's the tops, like not including 1. But I liked all of them. I can tell you my least liked ones aside. Let's forget the Rob Zimans. I'm not gonna like rag on those. You know, I've done that before. It's not fair. But my least favorite like Halloween film in the entire franchise, like in the actual franchise, not the reboots, is Halloween H2O. That's my least favorite. You're a Thorn Trilogy guy. There's consistency to the 4, 5, and 6 that I appreciate. I actually like the Sam Hain story. I actually like, now this, I'm going to lose a few people on this one, but I actually like Resurrection. I have fun with Resurrection. It's fun. It's cheesy. Even more so, yeah, definitely. A lot of people hate on Resurrection, and I think it's come to the point where enough like websites and forums and stuff, right, have like leapt on the Resurrection hate train that I think a lot of people like leap on, will leap onto that. Like some people, definitely, but I do think some people kind of follow the band. I'm not a follow the band type of guy, and if you, I'm not sure if you noticed that or not. But Halloween Resurrection is it's got a lot of mistakes, and there's a lot of things that happened, but that to make it go downhill. But there's a lot of good things about Halloween Resurrection, and you know what? Busta Rhymes was fun, I cheesy, and the sequence where he's like telling Michael off, uh, Denzel Washington, good choice actually. He could do it. He's got the acting chops for it. But then they're like aging Magneto again. I guess if they're gonna have an older Magneto, that's okay. But if they're going for younger Magneto, top favorite. Oh, I actually owe you guys an apology because 2 videos in a row I told you guys I was gonna rank my Friday 13th films, and I never did it. Like I always went through my videos without doing it. So my favorite Friday 13th films, well, that was her choice, and I think it was a good idea. And the fact that the way that they killed her off, I do think left it kind of ambiguous. But I really was excited about the fact that Michael was free of chasing after a family relative. One of the best things I like about the 2018 one was that all of a sudden Michael didn't have to go after family. There was no family to go after. You could take the story any way you wanted to. They just chose to use Jamie Lee Curtis' character again, but the like one thing you can say about Resurrection is it took a chance to like to wipe the slate clean and go in. It was cool. I mean, like just like and that sequence where he's like he's wearing the mask and Michael's wearing the mask. The biggest mistake in of Halloween, aside from doing the reboot, Dave, is killing off Rachel. Rachel was a character that was, and I will go out there. I don't know, man. I know I could, but that is right on par with Laurie's character, with Laurie Strode's character. I do think Rachel was that good in part four, and she had the potential to be the next Laurie if they'd invested in the character and the actress in the way that they invested in Daniel Harris. It could have been a good tag team of combination, and we could have seen films that followed Danielle. We could have seen films that followed Rachel. We could have seen films that followed both of them or split off into other directions. They got greedy, and they wanted to pay her very, very little. Definitely watch Night Drop. Give it another chance. Exactly. Well, the people that behind the killing of Rachel, I guess, would be probably the director, actually, Dominique Othar-Girard. I probably got the name pronounced wrong. Othan Gerard, something like that. I do think I did hear rumors that he was dating the actress who played Tina at the time. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. That was rumored, but that could have been like malicious rumors as well, because a lot of people didn't like the character of Tina, which I didn't mind. She was an actress put in the unenviable role of of trying to take over the spot of a character that became so beloved within one film that the audience completely bought into. The fact of the matter is that as good or bad as you think Halloween part 5 is, one thing that we Chewbacca, I don't think so. If I had that much hair, man, it'd be nice. Oh, thanks. Basically, it's cold downstairs, so I had to wear something. I wore a new T-shirt today with the Flash logo on. Is they rushed it. Halloween 4 did really well, and they rushed Part 5 out. Like they really rushed Part 5 out. It came out within a year of Part 4. That was not enough time to prep a film, to get a film ready, and to really kind of fully envision and make something that was going to be of a higher quality. And although I do like Part 5, I am not blind to a lot of the the problems that rushing the film out did. That I think if they would have waited a little bit longer, they would have it would have been like a better we would have got a better film. And I think calmer heads could have prevailed, and we could have had a film with Rachel. No, you can still have the character of Tina, obviously, but you don't have to lose Rachel to do that. And it's kind of like the mistake that Friday the 13th made with Friday the 13th Part 2. They just wanted to pay, minimum scale to Adrian King, and so they decided it's best to kill off her character, and it was a huge mistake. And it's still like one of the big blunders that Friday the 13th made in their franchise history. That and making Jason a zombie, which I still don't agree with. Though I do enjoy Part 7. Part 6 is fun. But I don't. Once you made Jason to like an unkillable zombie, I haven't seen that show now. But I've seen commercials for it, but I haven't seen the show. Once they made Jason to a zombie, it was like it's writing yourself into a corner, and you could see it. I mean, like with the films. I mean, 7 still was going pretty decent, but like afterwards, it was a downhill spiral. Hey, Brandon. Well, today we're talking about the Warner Archives releases that came out. We also spoke about the fact that Vinegar Syndrome announced put up their pre-order for their Black Friday films, and one of them is going to be, and although they didn't officially announce it, the clue gave it away what it was, and that is that it's the Angel trilogy box set. So if you're interested in the Angel set, I definitely am. Then if you're not going to pre-order right now, because they do take the money out right now. Do I love Fury Road? God, I've seen it a few times actually. I like George Miller. I'm a huge fan of the Mad Max films. My favorite is still Mad Max, though Road Warrior kind of goes up there every once in a while. My least favorite is Beyond Thunderdome. Fun, cheesy film, but still it's my least favorite in the series. I do really like Fury Road, and there's some really great like action set pieces. I love exploitation films. It is. I mean, that's the thing. I was live here when the end of a box set came out, and I was like, that's interesting. And I didn't get and I liked it, and I looked at it, and I wasn't excited originally. You guys know, I was like, okay, and I was always reserved. But the more I thought about it, the Anvil set, the more that I looked at it, the more that I looked into it, the more I remembered the films, the more excited I actually got about the Anvil series. And specifically that box set. The fact is, I can now go and I can do the whole Anvil series. It's definitely worth seeing. It's a really good film. Just don't expect it to be like the other Mad Max films, because the first Mad Max film is a kind of like dystopian future revenge film, vicious revenge film. He's not the Mad Max. He becomes Mad Max due to the first film. He's a police officer that's keeping in his darker, more aggressive, more violent side because he has a family to take care of, and something changes, and the side that he's been trying to repress comes out. Great film, some great cars in the film as well. Always great action and car work with George Miller. So fantastic stuff. No, Rick. Yeah, Rick's from. Oh yeah, Mel Gibson. You mean? Yeah. In the first three. In the new one, of course, it's Tom Hardy. Will I be getting the 4K release of Suspiria? Probably not, Dave. And I'll tell you, not that it's not a good release. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic release. But they put out honestly, Synapse recently put out that Blu-ray set that was incredible. And that was that. I love the song "We Don't Need Another Hero." That I do love. But yes, Synapse just put out a really good Blu-ray of it. It was expensive. It wasn't something that was cheap for me to get. So to buy them again, I don't think I could do it. I got it on DVD, and I bought it on Blu-ray, and it seemed like the ultimate copy for me. It would have to be really cheap. I'd have to find it at a really good price. Well, basically, things are region coded. Like you can't play something from the UK on a regular Blu-ray player, but you can get like region Blu-ray players that are region locked, so you can play movies from all over the world. Once you go region free, you never go back because then you can get stuff in editions that you could never imagine before. And region free Tracy, by the way, I recommend it. It's going to change the way you collect. That's the thing. It's a 4K restoration, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic. I just don't think I can do it. If you don't own any 4K stuff, and you can get it for a good price, man, if you got the bones to do it, you know, go for it. I don't. I measure like the stuff. Like I got a lot here. That's obviously, but a lot of that is like me like measuring and like thinking, okay, I can save up this much here. Our region would, but not like, but a lot of things aren't our region. Um, oh, you don't need 4K movies, TV, or player. That's your decision's already made for you. Because you got to buy, well, you got to buy the 4K TV. You're either going to buy a 4K player, you're going to buy an Xbox One S, something like that, and then you're going to buy, and then you got to buy the, you got to make sure the cord and all that going for it. So yeah, that's pricey just to buy one film. If you're going to get 4K anyway, then great. I'm sure it'll be fantastic 4K UHD on the because I don't call them 4K Blu-rays. They're ultra high defs. I hate 4K Blu-ray because Blu-ray is its own format, and UHD I take as its own format as well. So I try to divide them up. That's the way I do it anyway. There's DVD, there's VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I do have Logan in 4K actually, but I'm kind of peeved because when I bought it, I bought it thinking it was the 2-disc one that had the black and white Logan Noir. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It only has the Logan like the original, and I want the black and white one as well. So I've never opened it up, knowing that I'm going to buy the 2-disc edition down the road, and I'll probably get rid of the first one. But you got to admit, guys, bucket of blood Blu-ray. Are they really? Oh, that's right though. I saw that on Brian's Twitter feed. They did like a signature series or something like that, right? That's kind of the. I want the Mist on 4K actually. That's one I would buy. I like the Mist. Don't be that ending, but I want it with the black and white edition. The black and white Mist is way better. The signature series, I haven't dove into Olive a lot, and to be honest, Cat Lover, most of the Olive stuff that I got was from when HMV was selling out. Because they were selling movies for $1 each, and I was buying Blu-rays like crazy. And I bought a few Olive ones around that time, stuff like Irreconcilable Differences, and I bought when DVD Beaver was like selling off some stuff a while back, around a couple years back actually. I bought Night of the Demons 2, the Olive release from them. I kind of think that the last Fox X-Men movie kind of killed any chance of anything but a complete overhaul of the Fox of the X-Men series. They're going to need to do it. It still baffles me that they put out X-Men Last Stand. It was such an objective failure, like creatively. And they said, well, we're going to do the Dark Phoenix story again. Let's use the same person that made the really bad one to do the one that wrote the last one that was really bad, the Dark Phoenix one. And let's get him to write and direct this one. Oh, I'm sure there'll be an X-23 film. I don't. Hopefully they'll keep her because I think she'd be good, but they might age the character. There's probably a reason that that's only DVD. It's true to see the 4K picture quality. You'll need at least a 48-inch TV. Uh, well, mine's a 55. Here's the thing: when people look at 4K TV, and Dave's right in exactly what he said there. Uh, People sometimes look for the wrong thing. People look to see, are thinking that's going to be like this super kind of like Crystal. Maybe it's down in the road. They're gonna look to see. They're gonna look for everything to look like a BBC Nature documentary, and the idea with 4K is with good 4K is to make it look as close to what it was like when you originally saw it in the cinema as possible. So that means if they're if the grain and sound, Arrowverse live stream. That's what I might do in the future because I actually do like the Arrowverse, especially with it coming to an end. But the biggest thing that I noticed that you'll notice right away is HDR. So what that is, that's the colors, because the color gamut on a regular 1080p TV, like a regular high def television set, and the color gamut on a 4K TV, that's one of the big differences. There are colors and shades of colors that 4K can do that you just can't do on other TV sets. That's unlike a non-UHD, non-4K TV sets. People can say, "Oh, I don't see it," or "I don't see any difference," but you can't go with the facts. There is a difference in the color gamut and the range of colors that 4K can do. The other TVs can't do that. 65, what Dave has, that's the perfect size. That would be, I would say that would be the perfect size for a 4K, like ideally. Mine is right now is a 55. I wouldn't go with, I wouldn't personally, for me, wouldn't go with less than a 65. Now, that being said, that this also really depends on another thing. It depends on the size of your place. If you're living in an apartment and you've got limited like space, obviously a 65-inch TV may not be something that's going to be like feasible for you. That's that's going to be another thing that you're going to want to look into, is what size is best suited for your living area. If you've got unlimited space and the cash to do it, definitely stuff like that. Exactly, with grain and detail intact. That's fantastic. And for some people, they get, and you know this, and so some people are like, they get bothered by that. Like they see the grains, like, oh my God, the picture's gotten worse. No, it's gotten more realistic to what it is. Or when Halloween came out, and said that looks like, it looks darker. It's not as bright as the Blu-ray release Halloween that came out like a couple years back. No, because that Blu-ray release, Halloween, it looks really great, but it's artificially brightened. Uh, the Halloween shouldn't be that bright. It actually looks better, and there's more subtlety to it with the, in my opinion anyway, with the darker range. Hope that helps out a bit. That's why I love companies like Vinegar Syndrome tonight. That's why I like that Warner Archive is finally putting out this, is finally like embracing some of their genre roots. I just wish From Beyond the Grave would have had features like the other two have. For years, I studied acting most of my childhood life, acting and movement and speech and all that. But I went in a different direction. So, and I don't regret it because I did, two wonderful kids, and I got to have an interesting life and meet my better half, and I'm here now. Vinegar Syndrome right now, they're killing it. they're doing things that other companies are only like. Severin's been smart. Severin has been kind of following Vinegar Syndrome, and Severin and Vinegar Syndrome, a lot of love. Acting is a tough gig, man. Trust me, it really is. But it's worth it. Like for me, I was never I was never the type of person, I've said down here before, that was going that said, you know, I want to be a movie star. That was never on the docket for me. Like when I wanted to act, and back in those days, I wanted to act. I wanted to do stage. I wanted to do stage and like maybe some TV. I wanted to do something that would keep things different. And I just didn't like the idea, like, you know, shot at a sequence, you know, that type of thing. That's what I wonder about, because you've got like because you're a traveling guy, Andy. So we can always go to your folks' house to watch movies if you don't want. If you need to. Killer Croc 2 movie set will be available cheaper outside of their site. Are you serious? Brian Goes Blue. Where was it? Where is it available at? Like, let people in. I bought the package, like the wax mask Killer Crocodile package, and it came with that sweet like wax mask keychain, so I couldn't miss that out. Well, depending on the quality of the of the of the TV you got. I mean, it can be. I don't think that there's such things as having like a too big of a screen. Oh no, I can see this movie just the way that was meant to be, right? Oh, there you go, guys. If you guys are just interested in getting the Killer Crocodile 1 and 2 set, then apparently Bull Moose and Deep Discount have it. Thanks for coming in, Tracy, by the way. Your wax mask has shipped? I don't know if mine has. I haven't checked tonight. Oh, that'd be nice if mine shipped. What's today? That means it shipped before. Did you buy the package or did you buy buy just Killer Croc? I'm going to check to see if mine shipped yet. It probably hasn't, because I bought the package with wax mask and Killer Crocodile. You just bought wax mask though, right? Hopefully mine is shipped to them. Thanks, Trace. I'm going to be going soon anyway. I've been on here for like 67 minutes. I'm probably going to make this a shorter video because I am traveling tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I'll let you guys know, I'm going out of town tomorrow. My better half has to go to a meeting, so we're going to be going out of town. So I won't be making a video tomorrow, and I won't be coming back until tomorrow's what? This is Wednesday, right? Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, so I'll be back on Friday. So I'm going to try and make a video then. I love Amberlynn. And Trashy Lady's actually, Gingerlyn is in Trashy Lady. She's amazing. And I do like Amberlynn too. Unfortunately, we did lose an actress tonight. Which was sad, for sure, and unexpected. Jessica James passed away at 43. And if you know the adult industry, you know who Jessica James is. But she wasn't only in adult films. She actually, I think it was Weeds or some show like that she acted on. She acted on one of those shows as well. She played a character on there. You're a bad man. What's always sad to see somebody that young going. I actually just ordered, Dave. That is something that I will be reviewing over the 31 Days of Horror, is the Hemisphere horror films. So I will be looking at those. So if you get the box set, we'll be looking at those during then. Or if you don't have it and you're kind of wondering about them, those will be reviewed during the 31 Days of Horror. I'm interested in like diving into those, like Blood Drinkers and all those kind of cool films, Curse the Vampire. Just the really fun Hemisphere horror stuff. Much more so than I would the Blood Island trilogy, to be completely honest with you. Because the Blood Island trilogy, at least I know one of them goes a bit with the animal cruelty stuff, which, you know, it's not my bag, man. But definitely, yeah, something that I want. Hammer's coming November, Hammer box set. What a great year for box sets, eh? Charlotte Stevens and Laurie Evans, yeah. You got look at this year, like in box sets alone. You got the Anvil Curse collection. You got the Godzilla set. Abbott and Costello finally comes to Blu-ray. Their full filmography, basically, all the Universal pictures. The we're getting Angel, which I never thought I'd see. We're getting a Blu-ray box set of Angel. I hope those are 4K restorations too. That'd be sweet if they are. We're gonna have we got the fourth Hammer set, which looks to be the best of the Hammer sets so far, coming in November. There's two more, two more for me anyway. Box sets, so Doctor Who box sets coming out as well, right? So I'm still waiting on John Pertwee, the same as like Logan is, and of course the Colin Baker one, the Omen set. Yeah, exactly, the Omen set, which another one is another one that's coming out. What an amazing year for releases. There's another Universal Horror like Volume 3 coming out. They've done really great with those releases. Lots of features on those. American Horror Project Volume 2 came out this year. They put out like at least they re-released the Ring and the House sets. I'm not sure if they originally came out this year. Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm actually a fan of Game of Thrones, but I'm just joking. But like in the collector's box sets, there's the big movie ones. It's been an incredible year. The Fly set. See, I even forgot that. I haven't seen it yet tonight. Actually, we don't have FX here, so I'll be checking it out later on. Actually, probably tomorrow. I'll check it out. You know what I watched? I'm going to say this. This is going to be maybe. I'm not sure if we're going to end on this or not. But I was watching this documentary on on Saturday Night Live, the '80s years, right? So I said I'm going to watch an episode of Saturday Night Live from that really bad season, the '80s season, right? And I said, I know it's going to be kind of bad, but it won't be that bad. It can't be that bad. It had Jamie Lee Curtis was guest hosting it. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and this was her at prime, right? Jamie Lee Curtis time too. It sucked. It was painful. It was so bad. I mean, like me, guys. I like Z grade. I like so bad it's good. I like movies that a lot of people don't have time for. That episode of Saturday Night Live, I felt it was like taking years, like every minute was like taking years off of me. I couldn't get through it all. I actually had to turn it off. And I went back and I watched the season 3 episode. I said, well, maybe all the old seasons are this bad, right? Nope. Season 3, still funny, still good. But that year, which I think is season 6, it's a painful one. Did I go the Friday 13th? Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see it, actually. I got to watch The Boys, too, which came on Amazon. Like a lot of people, I've read The Boys, but I've never seen the show yet, and I'm waiting for my better half because she wants to watch it, too. I'm glad you like Guerrero releases. Body Puzzle is one that I need to get as well. I kind of remember the film. I remember liking it, but I don't remember details on the film itself. So it must have been nice to be able to watch it. If this is your first time watching it, fantastic. If it's your time watching it after, if you're re-getting it, revisiting it, then amazing as well. Oh, I definitely agree. You want to hear a funny story about me? You want to hear a funny story? I was living a long time ago. So I was living in another area, and I thought maybe I want to go into this acting thing after all. So I was up in Ontario at the time, and there was I got a lead on a role that was didn't know what it was, didn't know what the film was, didn't know anything like that, never had a script. But the people that were behind it, two of them, this guy and this girl, they invited me to come out for lunch and talk to me to see if I was the right fit. So they didn't tell me a lot about the film, about the scripting or anything like that. But we talked for a while. We conversed, and it looked really good. They were really positive. They wanted me for the film, and they said, do you mind nudity? And I'm like, no. I mean, you can have movies with nudity that can be tasteful, like that type of thing. But it turned out it was an adult film. So I didn't do it. Uh, and there was things within the conversation where my dumbass should have known that that's where it was going, but I didn't. And there, but for the grace, I was almost in cinema, but the wrong type of cinema, not the type I was looking for. Um, the September bundle hasn't shipped yet. I'm actually surprised. You think it would have shipped by now because we're late in September. Well, not late. Well, yeah, we're fairly late in September. I hope that the October package doesn't. Oh man. But no, was it no? I should have known. I should have known. That would be a sight that nobody wants to see. So I saved people. Anyway, it is. I mean, like some. I heard some people got theirs. I heard somebody got their package. Maybe it was another package, or maybe they just ordered something random. But I thought a couple people got their package. But it should be shipping now, or should be shipping soon. Hope that they come fast. Suspect video in Canada now? Do they really? I knew they were going to. I didn't know if that went through or not. So it is going through Suspect now. Then, so I'm not gonna have to wait like go through the U.S. That'd be fantastic. Their stuff came pretty good last time around, but I'm not sure if it came through Suspect. No, last time it came through the U.S. That one I do know through last time. The halfway to Black Friday sale. I don't have Savage Streets on Blue Reality, but I do have Savage Streets. I picked up the Arrow. One of the very first Arrow releases I ever bought was Savage Streets on VHS on DVD, and it looks great. And they had a ton of features and had like a big Savage Streets poster in there. So like really really great stuff. Now, did your August like release and your September release? Did your August release come in come from like did it come fast? Come fast from Suspect? Why does Suspect video send from Mirror to me? Linda Blair is gorgeous, man. She is gorgeous in that film. I love Linda Blair. I love the movie Savage Streets. I really do. That's actually Danny Steinman who directed Friday 13th Part 5. Hell Night may be her at her, like it's peak, Linda Blair. I think she looks great. I think Linda Blair looks great even today. Um, like people say, but she's got older. We all get older. That's the thing. Some people just age more gracefully than others do. Then some people have their hair totally go on them. That's some people have that happen to them. So did you get them together? Ursula Andress, yeah. I mean, like, if we had to like do a list of like some of the gorgeous ladies that came in, especially with genre cinema, it's insane. And some definitely like people get older, people have different like experiences, different lifestyles. Some people obviously like look better than others do. And I think Jamie Lee Curtis still looks fantastic. Hey, Mike, are you leaving? Is that it? Are you piecing out on me? But Jamie Lee Curtis is literally the girl that starred in the movie called Perfect, and she pretty much was. Lifestyle plays a lot into stuff like that. I'll tell you what not to do. Don't use, don't dye your hair a lot for different things, and use excessive hair products when you're young, because right there. Plus, my pops was bald, so at an early age. And my pops got bald in his 20s. He was in his early 20s, and he heard somewhere that I love the story actually. It's only short, don't worry. That if you shaved your head completely bald, it would grow back more thick and luxurious. So he shaved his head, and like it never grew back. Did I bleach my hair? I did everything. With I had frosted tips, had my hair like really like I had dark hair and blonde hair. I had different colors. I had the I had my hair was curly. Um, I used a lot of mousses and gels and all that stuff when I was younger. From different acting and plays and stuff like that. I used to use a lot of different stuff. Harley McBride, Sean Young, Sylvia Crystal. So anybody, Warlock, you're in Canada, have the Kino releases shown up in Sunrise Records up there yet? Because some places the Kino releases, Indy's gone. Oh, Indy, see you later, dude. I'm missing these. I must be missing comments here, guys. Oh, see, your message was kind of like hidden there, Mug. Carol Monroe. I love Carol Monroe. Take care, man. Have a great one. Yeah, Warlock. Is Warlock still here? Did they come in yet? Did the Kino show up in Sunrise in Ontario yet? You're in Ontario, so have you been to Sunrise Records? $35. There's supposed to be coming in all the stores actually. Now it's already been announced. They're like already been announced that and it's showed up in some stores already. But a ways back, a little while back, somebody, and maybe it's one of you guys on here because I can't remember right now, actually gave me a heads up that there was going to be Kino release is going to be put out for $7.99, and it's going to be going over all the Sunrises. But at the time, it wasn't announced officially, so I couldn't say anything. Like on the on here, I said I wouldn't, so I kept my word. And it was only after that they actually announced that they're coming out that I could actually say it. Oh, definitely subscribe to Brian's channel. I better be subscribed to your channel. I am, ain't I? The best sunrise that I've been to so far has been the one in Halifax. I will be going there actually, hopefully, on Friday morning. T. Kino doesn't have sales a lot, but when they do have for a while they're having them for like regularly, and they had like really great sales. I don't mean like just good. They had fantastic sales. There is supposed to be kind of like a mini sale coming up in October. That's what like Kino like kind of like have announced the fact that there's going to be a mini sale in October, which I think will probably deal with like their redemption titles and like some of their horror stuff like that. I saw a few of the Arrow releases, Warlock, and the kids took some pictures. Let me just see if I can, because they took some pictures of some of the releases. I'm just going to one of the pics that the kids sent me. Because there was like a few that they, all right. So newer ones now. I mean, they still like you can still get the limited edition Water World release at some of the some Sunrises. You can get stuff in the rec sets there. Psychomania, of course, Django. Oh, they got Sister Street Fighter there. I might check that out. Pajama Girl Case, Deadbeat at Dawn. The kind of releases like that are, those are all there. Dark Water, which is an early release. So yeah, not a lot of the newer ones, not yet. I think it takes a little bit long for them to get them. I actually really do like John Rowland stuff. I don't have many of the John Rowland releases. I really wanted that vampire set that they put out, and I still haven't like pulled the trigger on that one yet. I do have. Well, I've only got a couple John Rowland releases in my collection. One is a Jezebel release, and one is a Redemption release. Actually, Shiver the Vampire, if you remember that one. I do have that one, and I do have one was put on under Jezebel label as well. Hey, Cubic Lover, dude. Hopefully, I'm subscribed to all your channels. If I'm not, like, give me a heads up on that, because I've had to resubscribe to channels before. Jack Black, Shirley MacLaine, Matthew McConaughey. Decent cast. Yeah, the Prey. I don't see that one coming yet. Usually to get them a little bit, it takes a little bit longer to get them. You're more likely, Warlock, to probably get it at a Bay Street Video closer to release time than you will at a Sunrise Records. They do tend to get like some like Scream Factories and stuff like that, like kind of like on or close to the day that they come out. But I do find that they're a little bit like slower when it comes to some of the Arrow titles, like for release date releases. You're still luckier probably to go to Bay Street and find it there. You're better chance. And every Sunrise, like their collection of like the of releases, like genre releases, all depend a lot, I find, on like a lot of the people that work at stores too, that work really hard on it. Oh, nice. I haven't watched Dark Crystal yet. I got to watch it. My better half. That's one of her favorite movies, right? So we're going to watch that. Exactly. I haven't been to cinema one. I've only seen it in videos. Because when I went to Ontario recently, I went to Toronto, and there was no cinema one. Like it was a bit of a ride to get there, and I was walking, and as a guy that was walking his butt around, and I had to go a few blocks to get to Bay Street. I wish I was there for the Toronto Horror Con. I wish I was there. I miss conventions. I haven't gone to a convention in a while. I just like between work and stuff. I just and sometimes to afford it, and I haven't had the time. Some good tea brands. You're American? Well, for Orange Pico, I swear by Tetley, does great stuff. But I recommend checking out places. Do you have David's Tea in the United States? It's a great place to check out different types of teas. Oh, George, you have a great evening. You've been quiet there tonight, but have a good evening there. Let me think about it and like think of some tea ideas. Ask me this question again in my next video, and I'll try and figure it out for you. Miss, I grew up like, well, for part of my life in Mississauga, actually. That's the place in Ontario that I went to school when I was younger. I went to I lived on Lakeshore Drive in the high rise. Right across, it was right across from Lakeshore Elementary School. Oh, Brian Goes Blue. We're getting Angel, the trilogy. Lots of Donna Wilkes, Betsy Russell, and Mitzi Capser goodness coming your way with some of the great Rory Calhoun. Rory Calhoun. They do. They're a bit expensive, but they do ship to us they do ship to us here in Canada. Wish they'd ship me free. It's Angel. Like if you go onto the website and look at the pre-order, it's pretty. It's the pre-order clue was a dead giveaway. The Vinegar said it was exactly right when they said we're not going to show it yet, but when we put the pre-order up, you're going to know what it is right away. They were right. I'm a huge fan of that series, and it's something that I know extremely well, and they telegraphed it completely by saying it was a cross between a thriller. The first one was a cross between a thriller and an after-school special. They mentioned the streets of Hollywood. They mentioned the second one being more of an action film, and the third one being more exploitation. It was, the clues were significantly Angel, and there was no other, like even thing that remotely would be it. So knowing that it's the Angel series, that's what I wanted. I would have been like iffy for Vice Academy, which will probably be their next box set. I'll probably still buy it. And for those that used to be, yeah, they did, didn't they? I remember the square one, eh? See, I don't think they ever came. Did you ever come to the Montreal Expo? I wonder. We had one come there one year. Oh, I mean, I got to go soon anyway, dude. Reality, because it's like almost 90 minutes, and I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, so I'm going to be going early. I got to get a bit earlier tonight, and it's already like, holy crap, it's 2:30. All right, guys. With that, thank you so much for coming in for the for the vinegar syndrome announcements. We did it again. We got a second vinegar syndrome one come up. We were getting the Angel trilogy. Before that, October is the Anvil trilogy. Just some amazing stuff. Thank you so much for coming in, and make sure, guys, subscribe to like Kubrick Lovers, Brian Goes Blue. Anybody here, you got a channel. Make sure that that people know so that they can subscribe to your channel, and never be shy about putting any links or that down below in the comment section if you want to, or for your channel, or you're pimping out like an upcoming video. That's what this is for. You guys do awesome work, not just on here, but you do awesome stuff yourself, and I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to come in here and be with me and ramble on with me for a bit. Anyway, as always, I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank all my Patreon subscribers that have helped me out in a real tough time. It's extremely appreciated. Everybody have a great day. Sleep well. Have a great upcoming weekend. This is a movie library. You guys are the movie club. You guys rock. You're awesome. And I am going. It is time for me to have decaffeinated tea because I got to get some sleep tonight. Have a good evening, guys.